And we are only a couple of weeks into the school year here, but it's already been dominated by the back and forth over mask policies.
So under normal circumstances, we might see a couple of a dozen parents at a school board meeting, but the mask issue has brought parents out en masse. And last night, about 200 people rallied outside Cobb County Schools headquarters ahead of a board meeting, some for a mask mandate and others against it.
Similar scenes have played out all across Metro Atlanta, and tonight Latasha Givens is looking into the driving forces behind this passionate debate.
I spoke to two therapists about the emotional pleas we've seen coming from parents at those school board meetings, and they say a lot of it is rooted in anxiety, fear, and uncertainty. This is why we couldn't speak. From Henry County to Cobb and Cherokee, school board meetings have been consumed by passionate pleas.
You don't walk out on the people that pay your bills.
And even shouting matches at times, forcing meetings to be cut short, all over whether students should be required to wear masks. We spoke to psychologist Alfie Breland-Noble about what's behind these strong emotions.
If you're constantly inundated with very heavy, difficult to process information, I think it can be challenging for parents who are already anxious about what's going to happen with their children.
Dr. Breland-Noble says both sides are constantly inundated with information that confirms their own beliefs, and hearing the opposite opinion can be an emotional trigger.
Then anything that you hear that contradicts that, right, is like the fuse. It's just lighting the fuse. It's just the match that lights the fuse, and then you get this explosion.
One board member mentioned if students display the same behavior, they would likely receive an in-school suspension.
I'm thinking about the negative impact that has on our young people, again, regardless of which side of the debate that you're on.
Dr. Breland-Noble says parents should have a conversation with their children.
Is to talk to kids about what they're seeing. The conversation has to do with things like, well, in our home, we do X, Y, and Z.
And all three of those districts have had an increase in COVID cases among children since school started in Cobb County. That number nearly doubled the first 2 weeks of school.